Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Friday night edition of Fantasy Football Fever here on YouTube on Tim McClelland's channel and my channel. My name is John Flynn, and thank you for joining us tonight. As you can see pretty clearly, that Tim is not on the call with us tonight, so he was feeling a little under the weather and is not feeling particularly well right now. So we send him his wishes to feel better and hopefully be back with us for Championship Sundays. But in the meantime, we have the Fantasy Football Fever League Commissioner, Mr. John Natale, with us. How are you doing tonight?
Yep, doing pretty good.
And yes, we will be talking about our New York Football Giants coming up in just a little bit, and also joining us for a big segment we're going to have later on tonight. Is Dino? How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, there's so much going on, and there's like a lot of different layers of NFL news that went down since the last time we spoke on Fantasy Football Fever, and there are and so why don't we start with the coaching carousel, because I think two monster developments in this regard. Number one, the Mike Tomlin is no longer the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has stepped down after 19 seasons as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. It is one of the most impressive runs a head coach has ever had. Never had a losing season. Won a Super Bowl in the 2008 season, and in each of the last 3 years, the Steelers, despite some bad despite some instability in the quarterback position, won 10 games and made the playoffs. But ultimately, the standards of success have not been met over the last several years. Hence, it was time for a change. So Natalie, what were your instant reactions to the news that that the Steelers will be looking for just their fourth head coach since the merger?
Yeah, and I'm surprised that he didn't re-sign sooner. Yeah, it's definitely time. He's been there too long. Yeah, good coaching and all, but it's time to move on. He's been there too long.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was messaging with friends who are Steelers fans, and of course we have one of them in our group, who of course is Lucas, who lost in our league championship this year. But I thought there were a lot of it came with a lot of substance this year for the Steelers, because the Steelers were kind of a hot topic of conversation throughout the whole offseason. Like, so what are they going to do with the quarterback? What are they going to do? Are they going to draft a franchise quarterback in the draft? Are they going to be able to have an elite 1-2 punch at the wide receiver position?
Mm-hmm.
And none of that really came to fruition. They traded George Pickens. They did not draft a quarterback in the first round. And in all fairness, Derek Harmon was an underrated reason the Steelers made the playoffs in the first place, because he was important in stopping the run. But man, what do you think is the biggest blame here for the Steelers? Who is to blame the most?
Yeah, probably the ownership, definitely.
Yeah, I also look at it, in the sense of some of the moves that were made this offseason, like trading George Pickens. What was turned out to be a disaster. George Pickens was the top five receiver in the NFL this year. And the Steelers only got a third round pick back.
Mm-hmm.
The trade for John Smith made absolutely positively no sense. It not only sunk the value of two top 12 caliber potential tight ends, it also it got rid of a starter on defense as well, which could have been used elsewhere. But yeah, now I think you got to look at the Steelers as maybe as good a place as you could find there because you have because you have stability if you look at history because each of the last three head coaches lasted at least 15 years. They've only had three head coaches since 1969, and and you look at the names to tally, and you could pull them up yourself so you can see. Who do you think should be the next head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, that's a hard one. Who's
Yeah,
looking for work right now? I don't know. I mean, Mike McDaniel's probably looking for a potential job. Probably maybe one of the offensive coordinators, maybe like Quinn Kubiak or whoever that guy from Arizona was. Probably one of those guys, maybe.
Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
No, the Steelers are not hiring Jonathan Gannon to be the next head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So,
Mm.
I mean, names that I have heard include Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings, and
Mhm.
Mike Tomlin. Well, before he was hired, he was the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings, and Mike Tomlin was the defensive backs coach for that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that won the Super Bowl against the Raiders.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's,
take the offense coordinator from the Chiefs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nagy.
it is is Steve Spagnuolo or Matt Nagy.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Nagy. He said offensive coordinator, so
Well, Nagy has been Nagy has been responsible for stats to going south in the last 2 years. So no, the Steelers are not hiring him. One name I have heard is Nate Shellhouse, the Shellhouse, I believe, the Rams a pass game coordinator under Sean McVay, and I think he would make a lot of sense for what the Steelers are looking for. So,
Mm.
um, yes, so we have that as well. So I think that could be it's going to be a fascinating search, and this is kind of one of the more interesting head coaching cycles that we've seen in quite some time because if you look inside the Steelers' own division, only one head coach is employed right now, and that is Zach Taylor of the Cincinnati Bengals. So
yeah, I don't know.
the
I don't know how he
Browns have an
survived this
opening.
long.
Last coach standing, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, crazy. And the Browns firing fired Kevin Stefanski. It seems like the only guy that's really interested in taking the Browns job is defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, who was the assistant coach of the year in 2023 when the Browns made the playoffs behind that ridiculous defense. And you're looking at the idea too of someone like Clint Kubiak maybe being the coach of the Ravens. You could be looking at someone like um, and you also want to see what the Dolphins do because the Dolphins, the Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, the Raiders. What we're going to see what all those teams do because they're looking for coaches too. But the other big story to tally
Yep.
for the head coaching carousel. One team we have not mentioned that have fired their head coach yet, and there's a good reason why.
Mhm.
John Harbaugh
All
is
right.
the head coach of the New York Football Giants. I mean, it's one of the more stunning hires so that the NFL has seen in quite some time. John Harbaugh went to won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, and spent 18 years with the Ravens, and coached some of the most successful teams in the Ravens history. But but similar to Tomlin, his time had come because the Ravens wound up missing the playoffs at 8-9 after that 1-5 start. So what do you think, Natale, of the hire? Yeah, because
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
fan of the Giants.
Yeah, definitely excited about this. This is probably the first competent coach that they've had in quite some time. The first competent coach they've had since Coughlin. I'll say that. Yeah, like
You,
yeah, Joe Judge was absolutely awful. Ben McAdoo was terrible. Joe Judge was terrible, and Brian Dable was mostly bad. Dable did more bad than good. So
yeah,
yeah, this is
and even Pat Shermer too. Because
oh yeah.
as a Giants fan, I was excited when they hired Pat Shermer because if you looked at the season before, what he did with Case Keenum at the Minnesota Vikings, getting them to the NFC Championship game with Case Keenum as the
Mhm.
starting quarterback, that I thought he'd be able to maximize a little bit of the offense, but at the same time, the defense um, was definitely not even close to being up to par on that one. So
Mhm. Yeah, I'm expecting a winning, at least a winning season this season, or very close to it. That's my expectations
yeah,
for Harbaugh in his first year. I want 9-8. That's what I want. I'll take that, or very close
yeah.
to it.
And we also have the news that when everything is finalized, it's also expected that Todd Monken is going to join Harbaugh's staff in New York. Monken as the offensive coordinator.
Hmm.
I think this is the perfect hire for Jackson Dart.
Oh yeah.
Because he doesn't take any take any nonsense. He is going to coach him up. He's going to fund him up, and quite frankly, Natalie, Monken might be the most talented offensive coordinator the Giants have had since Sean Payton 25 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I also heard some chatter going on that supposedly Tyler Lindenbaum wants to join in and play center for them because I think he's a free agent to be, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is because the Ravens did not pick up his fifth-year option.
Yeah.
Uh, which kind of surprised me
Mhm.
that they didn't do it. Maybe it's because they don't know about Lamar Jackson's contract situation. Steve
Right.
Bisciotti, the Ravens owner, said he wants to get a contract done with Lamar Jackson before the start of free agency because Lamar Jackson has a ridiculous amount of salary cap hit. So if he gets an extension done before free agency, that number can go down by a lot and be able to structure it in a way that benefits Lamar and benefits the Baltimore Ravens. So
And then if Lindenbaum does end up signing, that probably means JMS is out.
yeah. JMS, to be fair, was slightly better. Was better this year, but it's definitely
Hmm.
not what they want. And also and the thing too is going to be about Jackson Dart. And I honestly would not be surprised, Tally, if
Right?
Jackson Dart was throwing more next year than he did this year.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's a bit because eventually you're gonna have to be a good pocket passer if you want to win in this league.
Yep.
And he showed some flashes of it, but now I think when you have someone like Mark and coach him up, I think I feel pretty comfortable with how he's being coached.
Hmm.
So there's definitely a lot of layers Um, a lot of layers there for that. So
Hmm.
yes, yes. So you also want to talk about some of the results from Wild Card Weekend because we had some exciting games in the first part of the weekend because each of the last four games the lead changed within the last 3 minutes of the game. And the first three games, the team that trailed at the 2 minute warning wound up winning the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, who stood out to you the most on Wild Card weekends?
Hmm. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'll probably want to say the 49ers. Yeah. Everybody, the whole 49ers offense. Yeah, I called it. I called the upset, and it happened.
You
It's going to be the 49ers and the Bears winning this week.
Right, so you got San Francisco and you got Chicago. So we'll get into our picks, and Tim also gave us his picks that we're going to reveal later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, one thing that did stand out to me was Josh Allen. Josh Allen pretty much had to play close to a perfect game to beat Jacksonville.
Hmm.
And Josh Allen doing that carried an inferior roster to the division series because if you look at how Jacksonville was just dominating in the running attack with Bashal Tutin leading the way, or especially in the first half, and what he was able to do against that Bills run defense. So I am kind of fascinated to see how that will how Josh Allen's game is going to translate when they take on the Denver Broncos tomorrow afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be another very close affair. It's gonna be a rematch from last season when the Bills completely dominated them.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the Broncos then were such an inexperienced team. Like no nobody expected the Bills to be able to lose that game, but
Right.
um, also how about that Packers Bears game last week? That was insane.
Yeah. That one was a tough loss for the Packers. That game prevented me from being a perfect 6-0. If the Packers won, I would have ran the table.
Yeah. I mean, Green Bay. I missed on three of those three games. I picked Green Bay. I picked Jacksonville. I don't regret Jacksonville. And I also don't. The one thing I will say though with Philly was if I had known that Lane Johnson was not going to play, I would have picked San Francisco
Mm.
to win. Yeah, and also, so speaking of the Eagles fired offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo, or in other words, Kevin Patullo is not going to serve as the offensive coordinator in a little bit. So yeah, I think this is going to be going to be a fascinating tale among things as well. So we have that to discuss. Also, the Packers the decision to keep Matt LaFleur. You like it or you like it because I kind of like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think there are three people. There are three people to blame for the Packers loss. No, number one is Jordan Love because he play. I thought he was dreadful in the second half. It's because I think because the first because the pack in each of the Packers three possessions they only had 19 total yards of offense, and the first two drives of the second half they went three and out.
Mm.
So that's number one. Number two is defense. It's because like because they couldn't they couldn't adjust to Ben Johnson's adjustments at halftime, and we've been able to they were able to be able to ride the golden arm of Caleb Williams to victory. That throw on 4th and 8, we're down 11 with the season on the line. Being able to hit, I believe, Romo Dunze
Hmm.
on that catch was simply unreal, and that was really the point of the game where I felt that if the Packers did not score on the ensuing possession, the Bears would wind up winning that game. Yeah, so Caleb Williams was terrific. I think he had 3 touchdowns and more than 300 yards passing through the air. Um, you had that. So let's see what else. The Patriots and the Chargers. I mean, I told you the Patriots defense slash special teams was the best bet of the week in terms of picking the defense in our mock draft because the Patriots registered 6 sacks. They had they barely allowed over 200 yards of offense, and on a night where the Patriots offense did not look great, the offensive line did not play well. Justin Herbert was dreadful, and he was missing some throws, and now Justin Herbert is 0-3 in the playoffs, and he got his offensive coordinator fired in Greg Roman. Yeah, so then you had that, and then of course lost in the shuffle of all the Steelers nonsense. So what was the job the Houston Texans did to completely annihilate the Steelers? That the Texans outgained the Steelers 408 to 175. So they had 2 defensive touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It was a tight game at the start of the fourth quarter, but then the Texans pulled away impressively. They won 30-6 over the Steelers.
Hmm.
And then also not to mention that the Rams overcame some issues of their own and wound up beating the Panthers. That was a much closer game than any of us anticipated. I mean, you, me, and Tim Natale, we all had that as our lock of the week, and
Yep.
and that was almost a disaster.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would have been seeing Bryce Young and Caleb Williams to go at it again, in a where that Bears Panthers trade for the first overall pick in 2023. That would have been a big storyline this weekend, but that is not the case. So our final 8 is going to be the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Bears in the NFC. And then in the AFC, we got Buffalo and Denver, and Jacksonville and New England. So we have some. So we are gonna. So we're gonna all. Right now, we're gonna start to get ready for, if I can pull it up, our divisional mock draft, and also joining us. In Never mind. I thought he was in yet, but
Yeah. He sent a message. I mean, I just replied. I said about 5 minutes. That was sent 2 minutes ago. So I guess we could wait a couple more minutes on that. I just want to make sure there's nothing that we missed. Well, yeah,
yeah,
I did mention the injury headlines that Sam
yeah,
Darnold is questionable but expected to play. Yeah, Nico Collins being out. I think that's gonna impact the Texans massively.
yeah. And the Stan Donald injury, and how the Seahawks PR is communicating it to us is kind of concerning to
Mm-hmm.
me. Yeah, because Baker Mayfield suffered the same injury in week 6 or week 7, and the Bucks were not the same team since. So
Right.
I kind of wonder out loud what that means for the Seahawks because I think in a game where the Seahawks are 7-point favorites, one of the advantages the 49ers have is the quarterback, and And Brock Purdy has been a superb big game quarterback, and I think the 49ers have the quarterback advantage in individuality. So
Right. And yeah, I see one more offensive coordinator we didn't address yet. That's the Chargers offensive coordinator got fired.
yeah, Greg. I think we did address it. Greg Roman got fired. I mean, yeah, he never made any sense for Justin Herbert. So it's because Herbert's at his best when he's throwing the ball down the field, and that really was and Greg Roman's style of offense is kind of outdated, and Herbert and Greg Roman failed at maximizing the potential of Justin Herbert. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he wound up getting fired here.
Okay. Well, let me just message Adam.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to bring about my if do we have the trivia banner? No, we don't have the trivia banner per
Right.
se, but
Okay.
I will pull it up here. So this is one of where I wish Tim was still here,
Mm-hmm.
was around because it's related to the Cowboys
Ooh.
in a way.
Okay.
Yes, so on, and this is also kind of stealing thunder from you, Natalie, because this is also like an on this day in history.
Hmm.
So today in 1972, the Cowboys wound up winning their first Super Bowl, defeating the Miami Dolphins by a score of 24-3. So my question is, so who is tied with which team is tied for the Dolphins for fewest points scored in an individual Super Bowl game?
Okay. So I know. So I believe the Dolphins scored. I think it was just 3 points, and that's you said it 3 points, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I know someone else had 3 points too. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I'd have to think about that. All
All right.
right.
Carolina.
And what was your question?
All right, it's all right. Yeah, mine is tied into basically the divisional matchups. So this one might be easy, might not be. Mine is just simply who has the record for most touchdowns in a single game in the divisional round.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Well,
But
it's actually both. It's actually he leads both in the division and all time. So
Oh,
technically he
wow.
leads in both categories.
okay
Yeah, I mean,
then.
I don't think this is going to be a player we're all familiar with because we were all children then. I think this was from before even you were born, Flynn. When you were born, was it 96 or 98?
97.
Yeah. So this player was from before you were even born. So this one might be a tough one for you, but we'll see.
I kind of have the sense of where you're going with this. So, um, yeah. We'll definitely see about that when the time comes along. So,
All right. I guess since we still have to stall for time, do you want to go into picks next then, and then we'll go into the mock draft.
yeah. So Adam just messaged us saying that he'll be on in a few minutes. So yes. So we'll do our picks first,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the mock draft. So.
Got it.
Just, so let's get into there we, yeah, of course I'm doing this on my phone, so I don't have the features that I need to be able to do this. But yeah, and I'm going to tell you this. I think 3 of the 4 games to me are toss ups. And there's one that's actually a toss up to me. So we'll get into those. I'll get into my toss up, which kind of has the feel of a coin flip type of game. If you're thinking of of our friends at Painting Game Pick'ems.
Hmm.
But but let's start with the game tomorrow afternoon. Games on CBS. It's a Jim Antonio Momo Tracy Wolfson special. NFL on CBS. Natale, your Denver Broncos favored by 1.5 points at home, taking on your Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I saw this one. Yeah, like I said earlier in the show, yeah, this was a rematch from last year when the Bills completely dominated the Broncos. I saw the score in there was 31-7. But yeah, that was the Bills team there was essentially the same as it is now. But yeah, this Broncos team is completely different. They have a new promising running back in R.J. Harvey. Right now, they have one of the top defenses in the league. I think this game is going to go very back and forth. It's definitely not going to be like last year where the Bills totally dominated. It's going to come down to the last minute of the game. Yeah, Josh Allen got his first win. He got his first win on the road in a playoff game, and I think he's going to win on the road again. So I'm going to take the Bills to win this one. So it says here that Denver is favored by 1.5. So we're going to go in the opposite direction here and take the Bills to win 30-27.
All right,
And
I know.
Mhm.
Perfect. Let's put Adam right on the spot here. Let me give me a second. Let me get my glove off.
Mhm.
Here we go. Perfect timing, Adam. So what's going on?
I'm doing well. Just like settling in after I was after I just finished work.
Yeah. I said, and you came at the perfect time. We're not doing the mock draft yet because we didn't know when you were coming on. So we're doing our game picks and then we're doing the draft. So Bills Broncos. Broncos are 1.5 point favorites. Adam, who are you picking?
Um, yeah. I'm gonna. Hmm. And I think I believe I chose the Bills like when I was with John and with John and them.
Yeah. You did pick the Bills. Do you want to stick with that?
Um. Yes, I'll stick with them, and it's gonna be a pretty close game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I see Tim is taking the Bills also. I see here. Let me just check the messages here. Yeah, Tim also has the Bills winning by 3. He has 27-24. Yeah, Dino, are you making it unanimous or do you have the Broncos?
Give me the Bills 31-24.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, I haven't made my pick yet, but yes, I am making it unanimous. I mean, my thing with Denver is when was the last time they had a quality win? So like they barely beat Washington. They barely beat a Kansas City team without on their third string quarterback. They played the Chargers without any of their stars because the Chargers were locked into a seed. Um, it wasn't until after Micah Parsons and Christian Watson got hurt that they started to roll against the Packers, and then they got blasted at home by Jacksonville. So I don't think the Broncos are as good as their record indicates. So yeah, I think the Bills. I think Josh Allen is going to have a tremendous game. I think he's going to have. And I kind of think Josh Allen is going to be is going to expose the Broncos in some of the ways that Jackson Dart did earlier in the year because Brian Dable coached up Josh Allen, Brian Dable coached up Jackson Dart. Similar type of deal at the quarterback position. I like the Buffalo Bills to go into Denver and beat the Broncos by a score of 31-28.
Ooh. Very close to my score.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the next game is going to be on Fox on Saturday night. So Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi special NFL on Fox. So Adam, your Seahawks favored by 7 points at home, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Adam, who's your pick?
I know I already made my pick with John and Dan and another in a server, and I'm just trying to think of what I chose over there.
Yeah, and I could look at my sheet. Yeah, you had the Seahawks. Do you want to stick with them?
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna choose the Seahawks.
Yeah. Adam is going with the Seahawks. What do you say, Dino?
I got the 49ers.
Ooh. I wish we could sound the alarm on this one, but we don't have any sounds. I don't think you have any access on your phone though, Flynn, do we? Ooh.
Well, I could still do it. I could still do that.
Oh, okay, you do have that. Nice. All right, Flynn, what do you say on this one?
All right, I am grabbing the points with San Francisco because I'm just concerned about Sam Darnold. I mean, if the indication is Sam Darnold was fully healthy, I would pick Seattle to win and cover. I think Seattle's the best, most complete team in the NFL when you look at the roster. But man, that oblique scares the hell out of me. I can't pull the trigger on the upset, but I just think that the Seahawks have more dudes that can win you that could win games for you. So I'm gonna go 24-20 Seattle over San Francisco. And Ty, what was your pick and what's Tim's pick?
Let me look at what Tim has here. Let me check the chat. Tim has. Yeah, he's also grabbing the points with San Francisco, but he also has the Seahawks winning 28-24.
Uh-huh.
And when I wrote down my score, I didn't realize I had it exactly by 7 points. So yeah, to break the tie, I'll grab the points with the Niners. So the 49ers were a mess. Yeah, they somehow got through with the Eagles, but getting through with the Seahawks, that's going to be an extremely tall order. A good battle of the division rivalries here. They split the season series, I believe, in the regular season. Seahawks are going to break that tie. They're going to get the win, but I'm going to take the Niners with the points. I got 31-24.
Okay, we got that. So, did you make your pick already, Dino? Or
He did.
49ers.
Yeah, you sounded the alarm earlier.
Okay. Yeah, so we have 4 Seattle, 1 San Francisco. So let's go to the next game. The game is on ABC at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central. It's Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, Laura Rutledge special on ESPN and ABC. Dino, the Patriots are favored by 3 points at home, taking on the Houston Texans. What's your pick, Dino?
Let's go with the New England Patriots.
Do you have a score for that, or were you liking with the spread?
Let's go 28-17.
So you're taking the Patriots to win and cover. All right. Adam, what's your pick?
I gotta go with the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, he's sticking with the Patriots. And let me see what Tim put down. Tim is actually going with Houston, but it's not doesn't count as an upset because it's 3 points, so it just barely avoids that. So he's going with the Houston to win 26-21. All right. What about you, Flynn?
I'm taking the Houston Texans. I mean, I know the Collins injury scares me, but the Texans defense might be the single best individual unit of any team in the NFL. They are complete. They are tough. They are overwhelming. They are overpowering. And the thing is, Drake May has not seen a top 10 defense all year. while the Texans have seen 8 top 10 offenses all year. So yeah, which is crazy but true. But yeah, that's the reality. I love the Texans. I'm winning this game by a score of 17-12.
Ooh. Oh, so we're guys, so we're 2-2 here. So yeah, I guess I'm the tiebreaker. Yeah, this game actually on the schedule was the most difficult one for me to decide. So yeah, this one I kept going back and forth on. I mean, my pick was already made prior to Nico Collins' injury, but in the end, I gotta go with my gut. I gotta stick with my playoff bracket because yeah, when I made my playoff predictions when the bracket came out, I had Rams and Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I think it would be a cop out now to switch predictions. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the points with the Texans, but I'm gonna take the Patriots to win 28-27.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So now the final game of the of the weekend, and this one to me was a true toss-up because I think this game could go either way. So so we got the Rams favored by 3.5 points on the road in Chicago, taking on the Bears. What's Timmy's pick?
Let's see what Tim has to say. Yeah, Tim has the Rams winning and just barely covering. He has 30-26.
Now, Natale, what's your pick?
Yeah, this one was kind of a tough one for me to decide. Yeah, this one could go either way. I think it's going to come down to the last minute. It's going to have some similarities to Wild Card Weekend, where it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. Only in this case, I think in the last 2 minutes, we're going to have a tie, and I have the game-winning field goal being kicked by Harrison Mevis. So give me the Rams, 32-29.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right, Adam, what's your pick?
You know what? I think we're probably gonna be. I think I'll probably see some Chicago fans partying like it's in the 80s. I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Oh, sound the alarm, Flynn. Oh,
Yep, I believe I picked that in where
You
we
did.
got that.
yeah. All right, Dino, what do you say?
Give me the Bears 28-6.
Ooh. All right, Flynn, do we have a triple alarm?
3 interceptions.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Dino. I agree with you, Adam. I like the Chicago Bears in an upset special. Look, Matthew Stafford in cold weather games is 1-8 in his career with 14 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And furthermore, dome teams are 1-13 on the road in where kick in the playoffs where the temperature at kickoff is 40 degrees or below. So the one exception to the rule was the Rams Seahawks in 2020. But the caveats were the temperature was 39 degrees and there were no fans in the stands. There was no 12th man because of the pandemic. So that was the only one of those things. But I also think that the way the Rams have lost games in the fourth quarter and the way the Bears have won games in the fourth quarter, Caleb Williams has 7 come from behind victories where his team was trailing with 2 minutes to go or less. So I kind of trust the Bears as a team more in the fourth quarter than I do the Rams. So I'm going to go Bears 27-26 over the Rams in an upset special.
Yeah, so another 3-2 there.
Yeah, we are. So
Yeah.
3 interceptions for the Rams quarterback.
Ooh,
the Stafford. Yeah. All right. So now's the other point in tonight's episode where we play the same mini game we played last week on Fantasy Football Fever, and that is we'll be picking teams on one round of throughout the course of the whole weekend. With the pool of players that'll be playing in these games over the weekend. So,
Yeah,
uh, s- uh,
I already got my sheet pre-written down and everything. I did that before we went on air here. So yeah, I guess based on the results, we're going to go in order, reverse order for how we did. Well, yeah, since Dino was playing the role of Tim this time, and Tim finished in last place. Yeah, so yeah, Dino will go first, followed by Adam, then Flynn, you'll go third, and I'll be last for round one, and then subsequently first in round two, and then vice versa, basically.
yes. So basically, Dino. So we're just gonna have a roster of no bench. That's no bench. So it's gonna be one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, a tight end, a flex, which of course is running back, tight end, or wide receiver, and then a defense slash special teams, and then a kicker.
Yeah, go in any order you want, but obviously don't go kicker first. That's ridiculous. Don't go defense first. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So, all right. So with that being said, Dino, thinking of everybody who's going to be playing right now, who's going to be your first pick in this mock draft?
Me, the Rams defense.
I said don't pick defense
Ooh.
first.
Oh wait,
No,
Going
no,
defense.
You're right.
Wow.
no,
wait.
no, he's not.
Yeah, he goes.
no.
Give him a pass on that. He goofed. He misunderstood. So
Did he yell that?
Yeah. So all right. So pick
The Bears quarterback.
Caleb
That's,
Williams.
okay, all right. So yeah, with the first pick in this draft, Dino is taking Caleb Williams. So let me write this down. Caleb Williams.
So
right,
this
Adam.
is the same strategy that Adam and Tim took last week, and I was and so
All right, Adam, you're on the clock now.
All right.
Who is your first pick?
Yeah, my first pick and second overall. I'll take Josh Allen.
Oh, doing the same thing again. Interesting.
Sheesh.
Josh Allen. All right, Flynn, you're up. Who's your first pick in this draft?
I mean I have no choice but to draft Christian McCaffrey here.
Ooh. You're going to take CMC, okay? I'm just going to write CMC for short. Okay. So I close out round one. My first pick is going to be JSN, Jackson Smith and the Jigba of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm opening up round two. And with this pick, I'm going with the person who won it for me, Puka Nacua.
Oh, Nakua Matata. So you've got your two wide receivers already. Jeez.
Yeah. That's because I was expecting you to pick one of them.
I mean, I was expecting you to draft CMC, if I passed on him. So.
All right, so now we're going in reverse order. So it's gonna now for this side, it's gonna be Flynn, Adam, and then Dino back to back. So Flynn, who's your round two selection?
I mean, this is going to be a tough one for me, but I'm going to. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Devontae Adams of the Rams.
Okay, Devontae Adams. All right, Adam, you're up next.
Okay. I will select DeAndre Swift.
Okay. That'll be you filled up your first running back slot. DeAndre Swift. All right, Dino, you're next.
Give me the Buffalo Bills starting running back.
Oh, that would be James Cook. James Cook. Got it. Let me write that down.
So that means you have Caleb Williams and James Cook as your first two picks. So
yep. And then Dino opens up round three. So you go back to back, Dino. Your next pick.
All right. Give me the 49ers Jennings.
Juwan Jennings. That's the wide receiver. Got it. Juwan Jennings. All right, Adam, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to take Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jake. Wait, isn't he eliminated? Packers are eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Packers are limited, so
Oops. Okay, I got either Bills, Bears,
Yeah, the Bears running back.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Walker and there's
Come on. Let me go over here. Alright. Okay, I'll go KW3, Kenneth Walker the third.
Gotcha. All right, Kenneth Walker. Got it. All right, Flynn, you're next.
all right. So I know you need need a running back. So I know he won't be available by the time it gets back to me in the next round. So I'm gonna go R.J. Harvey of the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, interesting. R.J. Harvey. All right. So
I mean, if you think about how Facial Tootin ran all over that Bills defense, I kind of see it the same way.
Interesting. All right. So I'm up. So I close out round 3 and open up round 4. With my next selection, I'm going to take a tight end, and I'm going to take Colston Loveland of the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, third straight week of 20+ points in PPR, including last week against the Packers.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that means I'm the only one who has not yet taken a running back. So now I got to go through here and see what I can do. Let's see. So yeah, I can't take James Cook because Dino got him already. So let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm left with the slim pickings here. Actually, yeah, I pretty much have no option here. I'm gonna take Kyron Williams. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, that opens up my round 4 selection. So now, Flynn, you're back on the clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a tight end here. I think with Nico Collins out, I think he's gonna get some more opportunities and more targets. So I'm gonna go with Dalton Schultz from Houston.
Gotcha. Dalton Schultz. All right, Adam, you're up.
Okay. I will take Brandon Cooks.
Mm.
Wait, who's he played for? I forgot now. Did he play for the Bills?
he plays
Got
for
it.
the Bills.
Yeah.
From Buffalo.
Yeah, he made that big catch just before the 2-minute warning in the Jacksonville game that set up the winning sequence.
Got it. All right. So yeah, Dino, you close out round 4, and then you open up round 5. Who are you taking with your next pick?
Give me the Bears running back, Swift.
I think Adam got him already.
Adam got him already.
Yeah, Adam took him.
Oh.
So yeah, you're basically down to, I think, let's see, whoever the Texans running back is, the Patriots running backs, or basically have the second stringers left.
Give me the Patriots starting running back.
I think that's what's his name?
The
The new guy. The new guy.
Not Henderson.
Trevion Henderson.
Stevenson.
Yeah, Travion Henderson. Got it. I'll write that down.
Not Henderson.
Oh, Stevenson?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Which one do you want? Ramondre Stevenson or Trayvon Henderson? They're both running backs. Which one do you want?
Only one of them starting right now, I think. I think it's Stevenson.
Okay. Ramondre Stevenson. All right, so now you open up round 5 with your next pick.
Give me the guy filling in for the 49ers tight end.
Okay, I actually don't know his name. I have to look at the roster.
It's Jake Tonjes.
Jake Tonjes, you said?
Yep.
Okay, let me write that down. Jake Tonjes. All right, Adam, your round 5 selection.
Okay, I will go. I'll go. Wide receiver. How many wide receivers do I have left?
Yeah, you still have a regular wide receiver, a tight end, flex, and then defense and special teams.
I just got a regular wide receiver left.
Yes, and also a tight end and a flex for the main positions.
Okay, I'll go wide receiver. I'll take DJ Moore.
Oh, good one. DJ Moore. All right, Flynn, you're next.
All right, so remind me of what receivers are off the board. So we got Nakua, JSN, Adams.
Correct.
That they're off the board, and who else?
And
we
then
have?
and then Brandon Cooks, DJ Moore, and Juwan Jennings are off the board.
Okay, so I'm going to take Khalil Shakir if he's available for to fill up my WR2.
All right. Oh, there you are. I think everything was loading.
Yeah.
Did you say anything yet?
Yeah. Did I say Khalil Shakir?
Nope. You can take him. You want Khalil Shakir? You want him in the wide receiver slot or the flex slot?
WR2.
Got it. Khalil Shakir. All right. So now I'm up. So I close out round 5 and open up round 6. All right. I'm going to fill up my final running back slot, and I'm going to take Kenneth Walker's partner, Zach Charbonnet. All righty. So now I think I'll just fill up my flex spot. I'm going to check some stuff here. Oh, wait a minute. I should probably pick someone from here. Let's see. Let me check the stats. I think I know who I'm going to do. Give me 1 second. Oh, he actually had a solid game, and with Nico Collins out, he might be the number 1 slot. I'm going to take Christian Kirk for my flex.
I thought he was one of the 2 guys I was thinking of for this pick. Is Cortland Sutton still available?
Yes, he is. Yeah,
He's my pick.
All right, so he's your flex slot.
Yep, put him in my flex.
Gotcha. Cortland Sutton. All right, Adam, you're next. You have your tight end still open, your flex, your defense, and special teams.
I'll take AJ Barner.
From Seattle.
See, the Seahawks tight end. Gotcha. AJ Barner. All right, Dino, you're next. You have your wide receiver slot still left, your flex, your defense, and special teams. You're picking back-to-back here.
New England wideout Diggs, has he been?
Stephon Diggs? Nope, he has not yet been picked. So, yeah, you can get him. All right. Stephon Diggs. All right, and you get to go again. You get to pick. I have your flex spot open, your defense and special teams, and your kicker.
Give me the Bears defense.
Okay, he's going to take the Bears defense. All right, Adam, back to you. You have your flex spot still, your defense, special teams, and your kicker.
Okay. For my flex, get me. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go.
You look much better.
All right, yeah. For my flex, get me Hunter Henry.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Interesting. Hunter Henry. All right, Flynn, you're next. So you have your quarterback slot still open, defense, special teams, and your kicker.
Yeah, I think we have the same three needs, I believe, correct?
That is correct.
Huh.
Don't you dare, Flynn.
I couldn't grab the Texans defense fast enough. So give me the Texans
Ah,
defense.
interesting. Did not think you were going to go there. That was not
Interesting.
what I anticipated. All right. So I guess now I will go. I guess I'll pivot to my defense next. And let's see. Defense. Who am I going to take? I'm torn between two teams here. Actually, never mind. I'm going to take the Seahawks defense.
Mm.
Oh wait, Seahawks. Nah. No. Change that. I'm actually going to take the Broncos defense.
Really, against Josh Allen? That's a choice. All right.
Ooh, going
Yeah.
bold.
No, actually, no. I'm not second guessing myself. Seahawks. Final answer.
All right.
Okay.
Because my quarterback is going to be Bo Nix.
You want to phone a?
Mm.
So I'm taking the only thing I have to fill now is my kicker, and Flynn, you're down to quarterback and kicker.
Okay. So this is going to be quite fascinating, but So but now I basically have my choice of any kicker now. Am I correct? Because
Nobody picked a kicker yet.
all right, so I'm gonna take the first kicker, and I'm gonna go Jason Myers of Seattle.
Ooh, good one. Jason Myers. All right, Adam, you're next. You're down to defense, special teams, and your kicker.
Yeah, I know Bears was taken, and I know Seahawks is taken, and I think I just got one defense left.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're down to defense and kicker, so you got to pick one of those next.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go bold and just get the last defense available for Broncos.
You're gonna take the Broncos. You're gonna go with the Broncos defense now. Okay. All right, Dino, you're filling in your final two slots. Your flex. You're free to pick any player, and then a kicker. You're going back to back, so it doesn't matter what order you do.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bears kicker.
What's his name?
Kyle Santos.
All right, so he's gonna take Kyle Santos for the kicker, and your final flex player. So it could be any position. It could be any running back, any wide receiver, or any tight end.
Can I get the Denver starting wideout?
Okay, there's a couple other wideouts here. I got to see I got to look at their depth chart. Let me see what names are available.
Is it
I mean,
Sutton?
I already have Sutton, so
Yeah, I'm checking the other names so that way.
Troy Franklin maybe.
Hold on.
Let me look the names. Let's see.
Have any of the Bears wideouts been drafted?
There's a few of them. Let me see. A couple of them might still be available. Let me check the names. It's not good.
I think everyone but DJ Moore is available.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Is Brandon Cook? No, Cooks has been taken. There's Keon Coleman, Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, Gabe Davis. There's a lot of names for the Bills available.
Give me the person that's starting for the tight end for the Bills.
Dalton Kincaid. Got it. Dalton Kincaid. All right, Adam, you're down to your last pick. You have your kicker remaining.
Okay. You know what? Get me Harrison Mavis.
Harrison Mavis, got it. Harrison Mavis. All right, Flynn, you're down to your last pick. You just have the quarterback left.
Yeah. So I can choose anyone other than Alan, Nix, or Caleb.
Correct.
Okay. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go. Ooh, I mean, this is a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Matthew Stafford here.
Okay.
Because I think he is the last one of the guys I was hoping for available. So
What about the New England quarterback?
I mean they're playing the
great
Texans
mate.
defense. I don't like this matchup at all this weekend.
Well,
All right, and for my final pick, I just have the kicker slot opened. And with that, I am going to go with, let's see. Yeah, I'll take Andres Borgaralis of the Patriots.
Yeah.
And there we go. I guess to review now, to recap the rosters, Dino has taken for his quarterback, Caleb Williams. His running backs are going to be James Cook and Ramondre Stevenson. His wide receivers are going to be Juwan Jennings and Stephon Diggs. Tight end is going to be Jake Tongas. Flex block, Dalton Kincaid. Bears defense and Cairo Santos for the kicker. Adam has taken for his quarterback, Josh Allen. Running backs are DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Walker III. Wideouts are going to be DJ Moore and Brandon Cooks. AJ Barner at tight end. Flex, Hunter Henry. You did the same thing as Dino. Have two tight ends on the roster there. And your defense is going to be the Broncos and kicker Harrison Mevis. Flynn has taken Matthew Stafford for quarterback. Running backs are going to be CMC and RJ Harvey. Wideouts Devontae Adams and Khalil Shakir. Tight end, you got Dalton Schultz. Flex, Cortland Sutton. You have the Texans defense, and your kicker is Jason Myers. And as far as myself, I'm taking Bo Nix as my quarterback. My running backs are going to be Kyron Williams and Zach Charbonnet. My wideouts are Jackson Smith-Njigba and Puka Nacua. At tight end, I've taken Colston Loveland. My flex is going to be Christian Kirk. And then I have the Seahawks defense, and my kicker is going to be Andres Borales. And then, and like I did last week, I'll add up the fantasy numbers when they pop in, and then we'll find out who our winner is.
Yeah. I mean, out of curiosity, when I was taking in round 7 the Texans defense, so who did you think I was going to take?
I thought you were going to take Bo Nix.
Oh no, no, I wasn't.
Yeah, I thought you had your eyes on a quarterback, so I felt like Bo Nix was the best one available after Adam took Josh Allen.
I mean, I had my eyes on the Texans defense the whole time, so.
Okay. And yeah, there we go. There's our picks. So I guess are you ready to close it out with trivia?
Yeah. So my trivia question. Yeah. So let me let me pull the trivia time thing up. Here we go. So today is the 54-year anniversary of the Dallas Cowboys winning their first NFL championship, Super Bowl VI, defeating the Miami Dolphins by a score of 24-3. So the question is, what team also scored just 3 points in a Super Bowl?
Yeah. I know this happened a couple times. I just wish I could remember what the other team was. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was the Vikings, but I just don't remember for certainty. Didn't the Vikings play? I think they played in a couple Super Bowls, but I know some teams it's definitely not. Yeah, I'm just gonna say the Vikings because I don't really remember.
Okay, Adam, Dino, do you have any responses?
Carolina.
Okay, Carolina and Adam.
I think my best pick probably Tampa Bay.
Okay.
All right, so we got the Minnesota Vikings, we got the Carolina Panthers, and we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So I will say, as for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the two Super Bowl appearances for Tampa, they scored 48 and 31 points in those two games.
Oh gosh, way off.
So for the Carolina Panthers, two Super Bowl appearances that they scored 29 in one and they scored 10 in the other. So
So
eh.
no, Dino was close. 10 points, not too far off.
All right, so now the moment of truth for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see whether you were right or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Triple stumper.
So the Vikings appeared in 4 Super Bowls. They scored 7, 7, 6, and 14 in those 4 Super Bowl losses.
Oh, it was so close.
Yeah,
I got to 6.
Yeah, so the Vikings 6 in Super Bowl 9 was tied for the third fewest points scored in the Super Bowl. So we were looking for the LA Rams in Super Bowl 53 against the Patriots. They lost 13-3.
Oh, okay, that wasn't too terribly long ago. Wow.
Rams.
That was 7 years ago.
Ooh. Wow.
All right, so Natale, let's answer your question.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna get this because this was pretty far back, but we'll see. It says here, who has scored the most rushing touchdowns in a single playoff game? So I'll give you guys a hint. This occurred in 1994.
Ooh, okay. So
That's why I said earlier this was before Flynn was even born.
I think I've probably got a pretty good guess.
All right. Yeah,
think-
Dino or Flynn, do you have any thoughts on who this could be? Players from the 90s.
So I'm trying to think who was the Niners running back because I feel like Emmitt Smith would be too obvious. But then again, you also gave the hands of most of rushing touchdowns all time in the divisional round. So
yeah, this person leads in both categories: the divisional round and all time. This person has 5.
ooh. I mean, but now if we have to circle back to Emmitt Smith, we have to think about so how many times he's played in the divisional round and how many and how often was he involved in the in North Turner's plan of attack.
Right.
So I mean. I'm just gonna guess Emmitt Smith. I don't know what else.
All right, Adam or Dino, do you have a guess on which player from the 90s this could be?
I think for my guess, I am agreeing with Flynn, and my guess would be Emmitt Smith.
All right. Yeah, Dino, you think Emmitt Smith also, or are you going with someone else? Oh, all 3 of you are going with Emmitt Smith. Interesting. All right, well, let's see. Emmitt Smith did make the list, but did he make 5? The answer? Flynn, play the Family Feud sign. There are a bunch of people who had 3. Flynn, you're going to kick yourself. You were all around it. When you mentioned the 49ers, this person did play for the 49ers.
Clint Gore.
So, no, not Gore.
No.
He was much Gore's much later. Yeah, Flynn, you were very close because you mentioned the Niners. This person played for the 49ers. This person's name is Ricky Waters.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Flynn, you nearly had it.
See, I thought Ricky Waters was WR2 for that
Hmm.
Niners team.
Yeah. Yeah, it says here he had 5 rushing touchdowns. This was almost 22 years ago. It says it occurred on 1/15/1994. It was an NFC divisional matchup, and he faced our New York Giants that year.
Oh gosh.
So Flynn, you were that close.
Yeah, no,
If you only remembered the name, you would have been right.
yeah, if I remember Ricky Waters was actually a running back and not a wide receiver, that would have been my guess.
But yeah, you guys did mention Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith did make the list. He did it 3 times. 1/14/1996. He did that conference championship against the Green Bay Packers.
So it's not the championships. So that was the conference championship game, not the divisional round.
Right.
Shoot.
And then let's see. I think that as far as active players go, Saquon Barkley did it 3 times in 126-25 NFC Championship, Eagles against Washington.
Are we going divisional round here, not championship Sunday?
I'm just saying in general.
Oh,
that's all. And then Raheem Mostert did it 4 times. 2020 NFC Championship, Niners and Packers.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's my trivia question for the week.
Wow.
Flynn, you were that close, Flynn. That close.
Yeah. But I think we did that. So yes. I mean, so I guess that'll put a bow wrap on this edition of Fantasy Football Fever, Natale. Is that where this is gonna go?
Yeah, I think so. I guess yeah. Because we did our segments, we did our opening segments, we did our picks, we did our mini mock drafts. So I anticipate this being the last game because there's only going to be 4 teams.
Yeah, we're not doing this next week for the championship Sunday. So yeah, I mean, so this is the last time we all have a significant fantasy football draft until the summer. So
So you got
So I guess when we reconvene next week, we'll recap divisional matchups and give you we'll give you breaking news as it happens. Yeah, we'll look at all the news and preview conference championships.
We got.
Yeah, I mean, what did you say, Dino?
We got Nick Collins going into the 2026 Black College Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And we also will check in with the coaching carousel in the NFL and see other names that are that are going. So we'll be looking at that as we move along next week. So hopefully we'll have Tim back. But until then, for this,
you want to put in your plugs at the end, Flynn? Your plugs, all of our plugs.
Oh yeah, so of course I've dropped Hooked on Sports on my channel earlier today. And so of course I put in my detailed thoughts on John Harbaugh going to coach the New York Football Giants, and then of course make my picks for the divisional weekend. I also it's an exclusive football podcast like my twice a week football. So which is why I did not touch on the Kyle Tucker signing and subsequently the Bo Bichette signing. So that's really where things really came along there. So paying game pick'ems. I know down here it says Wednesdays, but I believe it's Thursdays for the time being. Is that
correct?
So you got that. And so we will reconvene next Friday, January 23rd, as we preview, we will get you guys ready for Championship Sunday. So until then, this is John Flynn and John Natale saying so long, and we will be back here 7 nights from now on Daniel's Football Fever. Take care, everybody, and